And it becomes more and more frustrated the more ardently we play the game. The more determined I am to play this happiness game in life, the more frustrated I become. You see. That's why the people who have the most money, which means the most facility to enjoy the senses in the biggest ways, are the most depressed, the most unhappy, the most dissatisfied. See, because, it didn't work. It didn't work. And they can't understand why. What's wrong? So, Elvis Presley, I'm sure everybody's heard of Elvis Presley. Perfect example. See, I grew up in America, in the state, next to his state, and we heard about Elvis from the very beginning. And he was just a few years older than myself, so you could relate to him. And I remember when he was just, almost nobody knew him, and then he got bigger and bigger and bigger until he became the king, So on, and then, he started downhill. But along the way, he achieved great fame and wealth. And, of course, his managers took all his wealth. He wound up with not much money, like is usually the case. But he had it at one point, and he had a beautiful wife. He had a very wonderful daughter, et cetera, et cetera. But he actually was videotaped somehow. I'm not sure how it happened, but he was sitting like this, so depressed. His head was in his hands. That was when he had his Las Vegas look and his Las Vegas suit on and everything. This was at the end of his career, and he said, I've had everything, I've got wealth and fame and a beautiful wife and a wonderful daughter, but there's still something missing. There's still something missing. He said he couldn't figure it out, And what was missing? That inner peace, that inner perfection, that inner happiness. Yoga. He didn't have yoga. He did not know what to do, see. He even started looking into esoteric things, but he didn't have the right teacher. See, some guy led him down some, wrong path. It didn't work. And it wasn't long after he made that statement that he, choked on his vomit sitting on the toilet, not too great a way for the king to go out, So it does not work. And that's the teaching of yoga. See, a lot of people don't like the yoga philosophy. They like to do the hatha yoga. They like to, feel better and look good and all that. But when it comes to the real nitty-gritty of the philosophy, they don't like it so good because it says, look, all these things that you see are so important in your life really are not going to make it possible for you to achieve the goal of happiness and peace and satisfaction, you see. But, I've invested so much of my life in this. I mean, come on. I got my degrees. I've worked so hard. I've accumulated my bank balance. Now I've got the positions I always wanted to have. You think I'm going to give up? So don't even tell me that stuff. So they don't like that teaching. But a person who is wise actually begins to reflect on this truth. And they can begin to experience it. I mean, the last 100 years in our modern society, we've taken this search for pleasure and peace and happiness to the ultimate end. We've developed so much in our scientific ability and knowledge. See, we've invented so many things. We've made so much advancement in ways to please the senses. Have we not? Don't we have more facility than ever to please the senses? I mean, what can't you see now? Just one click away. You can see everything. You can find out where everything is to go enjoy. You see, you can eat unlimited kinds of food from all over the world anytime you want. You say, oh, you want a mango? Here's a mango from Thailand. Here's a mango. And here's this from Brazil. And here's this. It's all right here in little Norway that doesn't grow anything but carrots. Come on, you can get it all. You just go down and buy it. Oh, pleasure for the tongue. You don't have to go to the tropics to get tropical fruit. You see, it's all right here. We've got ways to do everything, all the high-tech clothing, so we never get cold, we never get wet, we never get this and that. You see, we've got all kinds of facilities to travel. We can fly anywhere, we can drive wonderful cars, we can do this. Many, many things. For every kind of pleasure, we can sleep in such elaborate systems of sleeping, you see. All kinds of different sort of perfect sleepers. Memory foam, so you just remembers how you like it. You see, everything. What pleasure don't we have? You see, even the poor people have all of these kinds of pleasures. What to speak of the rich people? You see. So, We got it all, but what do we have? We don't have what we need. That's why there's more indication that it doesn't work than ever before. We've got more depression, more anxiety, more frustration, more crimes of all kinds. We've got all kinds of mental diseases. We've got physical diseases that are just increasing. All the research, all the abilities to cure everything aren't curing everything. See? So many people, a friend of mine, I just heard word the other day, he's got throat cancer. He's a young guy, 38 or so, got throat cancer. Many of my friends have died of different cancers, mainly cancer. On and on it goes. So, but we don't wake up. Oh, we'll make it better. It hasn't worked yet, but it's just a pill away. You see, this becomes the new solution. Oh, you're a little depressed, here's a pill. So we now got pills to cure all the problems. See? This anti-anxiety pill, this, laxative because you don't eat right, so this will cure your constipation, and this will cure your indigestion, and this will make you feel good. The ecstasy will take you into an ecstatic state. You can love everybody. You want to love everybody? Take this pill. Guarantee you'll love everybody. See? Boulder, Colorado was one of the first places where ecstasy really made its debut, And so many people were taking ecstasy and falling in love with everybody, So somebody, I guess he'd been through a few, experiences, created a bumper sticker, and many people had it on their car. After taking ecstasy, don't get married for at least 2 weeks. You see? You don't really love them, it's just the ecstasy. When it wears off, then you'll see the real picture. You see?